alternate data streams, or also known as ADS, or as I like to refer to it as, oh crap. So first of all, I need to make sure I have your attention. Next to passwords, this is my next pet peeve. When it comes to alternate data streams, there's something you need to understand. First of all, this is not a well-known feature. I'm surprised how many times I teach a security class and I mention alternate data streams to guys that have been in IT for years who are like, I didn't know that was something that could be done. Now, ADS has been around since NT, 3.1, that's a long time ago, but it's still being used today. And the reason that this feature was first created was, thanks, Steve Jobs. It was so that Microsoft could be compatible with the Macintosh Hierarchy File System, or HFS. Now, the Macintosh file system actually stores its data in two parts. There's a data fork and a resource fork. The data fork is actually where we store the data itself about that file. The resource fork is what gives us additional information about a file.
What do you mean by that, Dale?
Well, let me show you. I'm going to jump here into my server 2012 R2 machine, and I'm going to just pull up File Explorer here. I'm going to drill into a file, and it doesn't really matter where you go, but I'm just going to come in here. Let's go into Windows, and we'll scroll down here and just take a look at any file. I have no idea what this is. It's a text document. It's called PFRO. So the data fork, if I double click on this, is what actually it creates the data, what's inside the file. But if I right click on a file and select properties, I'm able to go through and look at details. This information is being stored in the resource fork. In fact, if I was to open up, right click on a music file. In fact, here, let me bring one up on my host machine here real fast. So I've pulled up here I've right clicked on a music file. Looks like it's not named correctly. Let me just change that real fast. So this is Collective Soul's song called Shine. If I go to the details section, you'll notice because it's a music file, I have some additional options in here, such as how long the song is, its genre. Well, all this information, the album that it came from, all this information is coming from the resource fork. Because of these two forks, we're actually able to hide files extremely efficiently here, folks. So this is one of those necessary evils. We want to be able to store additional data about a document as well as the document itself.
Dale, can you show us how that's done?
Yeah, absolutely. So to start off here, I'm going to open up a command prompt here. And from the command prompt, I'm going to create a directory so that we can play around without affecting the operating system too badly. And I'm just going to simply call this one Streams. Actually, let's call it ADS. I'm going to go ahead and move into ADS. And I'm going to go ahead and type in Notepad, give it a name. So the file I'm going to create here will be called superdale.txt, and then I'm going to do a colon hiding from you.txt. Now it tells me, do you want to create a file? Sure, let's go ahead and create this. And I'm going to put in here that the dark night rules the city. I guess if I'm going to do all caps, I should keep all caps. And let's go ahead and save that. And we'll go ahead and exit. And let's do a directory here real fast. You'll notice that there's a document there that's called Superdale. Notice the size. But wait, Dale, you just typed something in there. Yeah, you're right, I did. In fact, watch this. If I just do a notepad to open up superdale.txt, you'll notice it's blank. This is my normal text. I can save that and exit out. If I do a directory, you'll notice that its size is at 22 bytes. Let's clear this out. Again, if I was to open up File Explorer here and go into my ADS folder and double click, I'm going to get, this is my normal text. Well, the dark night rules the city is hidden in the separate stream. So in order to gain access to it, I would have to type in Notepad followed by the name of the file, which was superdale.txt colon hiding from you.txt. And there's my hidden file. Now, starting with Windows 7 and higher, Microsoft did make this a little bit easier for us as far as detecting alternate data streams. But unless you know what you're doing, you're never going to see it. You know, if I do a directory, we see the Superdale file. If I do a directory with a /r, it actually shows me the alternate data stream. And you can see here that the hiding from you text is actually 31 bytes. The superdale document is 22 bytes. But this is a new item or a new feature from Microsoft so that you can just quickly go through and say, please show me if there's any alternate data streams on any of these files. Okay, so let me clear the screen here and let me try to see if I can't get this to work with a program. We're going to come up here and I'm going to go grab a file here that we can use. Go into Windows and let's just under Windows, let's just grab regedit. Or you know what, let's grab write. I'm going to copy write and I'm going to paste it inside of my directory for ADS. Again, look at the size of the files. I'm going to create a new file real fast here. We'll just do another notepad and we'll create one called batman.txt. We'll create this one and we'll put Batman. We'll just save that. So I just got a standard text file sitting here with me. Let's do a directory. You can see both write and the Batman file. So let's see if I can't inject write as my evil. We're like write is my evil program. In fact, let's just do a quick rename of write.exe to be called evil.exe. Let's do another directory. There we go. So we can see we got our evil exe. Let's clear this out and let's try this. We're going to do a type evil.exe. We're going to do a greater than sign and then type in, put it inside of the batman.txt file, but make it as an alternate data stream for evil2.exe. Okay, now let's take it to a directory. You'll notice that the Batman file is still 11 bytes. Let's just delete the evil.exe file. And so now evil doesn't, there's a joke, evil does not exist on my system. It actually does. So let's see what happens if I do a start batman.txt evil2.exe. Now we do get an error with Windows 8 and higher that in this case here there's no apps that are available to open this type of file. So what I want to do now is make use of something called a symbolic link. A symbolic link is basically like a shortcut. So I'm going to type in an MK link. I would like to create a link that's going to be called joker.exe, and it actually points to, and you do have to do the full path. So ADS /batman.txt evil2.exe. And now you'll notice if I do a directory, we've got a symbolic link called Joker. So if I just run Joker, you'll notice that WordPad opened up. Now, I could, if I wanted to, go through and hide Joker as well. As far as its attributes are concerned, I could do a trib, do a plus h, joker.exe, except for I have to spell it right, don't I? Wow, I'm really goofing up today. ATTRIB H joker.exe. There we go. So now if I do a directory, you notice I do see it from a command prompt, but if I look at it from File Explorer, it didn't take. Let me go ahead and hide it. There we go. Now it's hidden. And if I do a directory here, there we go. So now it's hidden. And now I can just simply type in Joker, and boom, I get WordPad. Yeah, so go ahead and torrent down the latest application. I'm sure it's completely safe.